Hey team, my name is Maxwell Hurst and I'm the Chief Operating Officer and a co-founder here at E2S. And this is the Scott Stadium training video. In this video, we're going to teach you anything and everything you need to know to get ready for your first shift with us here at Scott Stadium. And if you have any further questions after watching this video, shoot us an email to support@e2seats.com and we'll get back to you ASAP. First, I want to review some general E2S policies that you need to be aware of before your first shift. First, let's talk about dress code. E2S standard dress code is all black with a black hat and black non-slip shoes being preferred. If you show up to check in at a uniform, you will be sent home promptly. Next, let's review our tardiness and our call-out policies. You are allowed up to 4 unexcused tardies and 2 unexcused call-outs from work before you will be terminated. You're going to receive a written warning after each subsequent infraction, and you'll also have the chance to appeal any written warning by shooting us an email to support@e2seats.com. Now, let's review what you need to have completed before coming to work your first shift. First, you need to have all of your onboarding paperwork completed, and you can do that at staff.e2seats.com. Number 2, you need to download the E2Seats staff app on your phone and to go ahead and start registering for upcoming events through our website. That's the only way we're going to know that you want to come work on site. Number 3, you're going to need to complete all of your UVA staff trainings for the venues that you selected during onboarding. Number 4, you need to join our E2S times UVA announcement GroupMe to make sure you don't miss any important updates from the admin team. Number 5, you need to make sure that you've completed your mandatory UVA background check through our staff app. And lastly, number 6, you need to make sure that you've completed the Virginia Responsible Vendor Training via liquorexam.com to make sure you're eligible to bartend with us here at Scott Stadium. Going off that, next let's dip into some general alcohol laws that you have to follow while serving alcohol responsibly here at Scott Stadium. Alcohol law number 1, you can only serve 2 beers per customer at most in any transaction. Alcohol law number 2, we have to ID every customer that comes through the line. Alcohol law number 3, we have to open every beer we serve, keep the cap, and throw it away at the end of the shift. Alcohol law number 4, you cannot serve to someone who already seems intoxicated. If you don't want to serve to a customer, your E2Seats management team has your back. And lastly, alcohol law number 5, which is very specific to UVA. Any customer at UVA buying a beer is going to get wristbanded by a member of the RMC staff, and then they'll come through our line, and once they buy a beer from us, we have to mark their hand with a Sharpie, and each customer is only allowed 4 Sharpie marks at maximum through any game. So in conclusion, UVA customers can only come through our line 4 times, so make sure you keep up with the Sharpie marks because that's very important. Not following these alcohol laws can result in a fine and a court date for you, so make sure your goal is to always maximize sales while serving alcohol responsibly. Now, let's review our operation here at Scott Stadium as a whole. We're going to have 90 bartending positions available at 7 big beer portables that require about 10 staff each. At these stands, you're either going to be cashiering, opening beers, restocking the fridges, or IDing customers. Be sure to watch the time lapses later in this video so that you know where your stand is before you get to check in. If you aren't sure where your stand is, be sure to watch the time lapses later in this video to make sure you know how to get to each of our beer portables within the stadium. Also, you can ask your site lead when you get to check in if you aren't sure. Now, let's dig into some actual game day logistics and show you what an actual shift at Scott Stadium is going to look like.
Parking is available at the Darden Law School garage. Inform the attendant you are working concessions with Airmark and you'll be let through. The shuttle to Scott Stadium picks up at the loop right next to the Darden parking deck. Check-in is at the east gate of Scott Stadium. The staff entrance is to the right of the main gate. When you get through security, you'll check in with your E2Seats site lead using the E2Seats staff app on your phone. Locate the QR code in your staff passport and show that to the site lead to check in. Once you've been scanned, head to your area of the stadium. Beer Portable East is directly to the left of check-in. If you're at Horseshoe Beer Portable East 311 or 313, immediately head left at check-in. When you get to the southeast gate, Horseshoe Beer Portable 311 will be the first one on your left and Horseshoe Beer Portable 313 will be the second one on your left. Keep walking to get to the southwest gate. Horseshoe Beer Portables 319 and 321 are there. Horseshoe Beer Portable West 319 will be the first one on your left, and Horseshoe Beer Portable 321 will be the second on your left. Section 321 is pretty big, and Beer Portable West is actually on the other side of Section 321 behind that concourse wall. Now, if you are placed at Beer Portable North on the north side, you're going to want to take a right to get to the north side and Beer Portable North at check-in. Beer Portable North is located in the back concourse outside of Section 330, directly at the end of the arch walk heading towards the north side and past the north gate. Getting around Scott Stadium can be difficult, but be sure to follow the signage and know your stand assignment before the shift and you'll be good to go. You can always find a stand by using the first digit of the number to indicate what level it's on, and you can always use the second 2 digits to indicate which section number of that level it's on. You can always ask your site lead as well where your stand is if you're unsure. If you ever have any point of sales or inventory needs arise during the shift, go to the warehouse at section 313 to get anything you need. Once you get to your stand, you'll be given a role by your stand lead as either a cashier or support staff for the shift. You could be cashiering, opening beers, IDing customers, restocking fridges, or running product to different areas of Scott Stadium. If you're a runner, be sure to restock fridges consistently and to help cashiers open beers when lines get long. You can step in to help ID customers or control the line crowd when you need as well. Cashiers, always upsell. You should never let someone leave the line only ordering one beer. Be personable, ask the customer questions, and be sure to make every customer interaction count. Next, let's unpack the cashier-runner relationship. Runners, you should make it to where cashiers never have to move to grab the product. Set up speed lines for cashiers and always be in position to facilitate transactions. Cashiers, make sure to communicate what you need loud and well. Sales will start 2 hours before kickoff and end at the end of the third quarter. Once sales end, clean up as directed by your stand lead and restock the fridges. Once you're dismissed by your stand lead, check out with your site lead using that same QR code and you'll be good to go.
Now, I want to go over some tips for you to maximize both sales and tips at your stand throughout the course of the shift. Cashiers, remember to always be personable. Your customer is coming through your line expecting great service and a great time, and if you give it to them, they will reward you with the tip. Cashiers, another really important thing is upselling. You should never let your customer leave your line only purchasing one product item. For example, if they order a pretzel, you should ask them if they want a water. If they order one beer, you should make sure to ask them if they want two. Doing things like this will marginally increase sales and tips and be beneficial for everybody throughout the course of the shift. If you're a runner or a barback, you need to make sure that you're helping cashiers by opening beers for them, restocking the fridges, or IDing customers. There's a lot of things you can do in the stand, so be sure to ask your stand lead where you can help out and how you can help maximize sales and tips for everybody. In conclusion, we hope that this video has prepared you for your first shift with us here at Scott Stadium. And if you still have any further questions, be sure to reach out to your regional operations director, your site lead, or shoot us an email at support@easyseats.com and we'll get back to you ASAP. Thank you for watching this, and go Hoos, baby!